So today we have a Madden Season 2 arcade. We have a 4-player arcade we completely customized. There is a PC inside. We put a custom 27-inch LED Acer monitor in there. And we completely customized the interior of this guy. We also added an Xbox 360 controller. We have an external keyboard. I want to show you guys, want to turn this thing on. There's a little power switch back here. And you can actually put this guy in a power strip. Today I have to turn this thing on from the back. Just plug it in. We have a PC in here that we custom built PC. And this thing's running 55,000 games. It's got an i7 Intel chip with a 7700K processor. I'm going to turn this guy on. It has an MSI motherboard. It's freaking crazy. So when this thing turns on, we're going to go to a screen here. We're just going to press the start button. I got you in the video.
That's all good.
Me too. Right on, dude. Right on. So we're going to watch this thing start up. It has it's running hyperspin, and we're gonna go over how to use the 4-player setup, how to jump in and out of games, and how to use the Xbox 360 remote. So while we wait here, well, I'm going to tell you about the Xbox 360 remote. You can actually use this guy to navigate the consoles, any MAME system, anything from Atari to PlayStation 2. You can play any and every game with this guy. It's been programmed to use every system. So, to be played through every system. You can control this guy and enter and exit games with your start button, and you can exit games with your select button. There's certain games that involve movement, and this guy doesn't have the built-in movement feature, but you could always just work around it. So with a touch of any button, even any joystick, any movement, you can bypass the video. And what we're going to want to do is today we're going to show the MAME setup. We're trying to jump into the 4-player games. What we're going to do is press start. We jump into the systems, and we're going to select a game like NBA Jam. There you go. We're going to press start. Once you make the selection, press start. And what we do, to be able to move the joystick, you can use the joystick to move up and down slowly, or you could press left and right, and you can skip complete letters in the setup here. So what we're doing is going to NBA Jam Tournament Edition. You're going to be pressing start. And wait for it to load up.
Loading complete.
And there it is, the game's on. So what we're going to do here is we want to show you guys the credit button. So we have a credit button for player 1, says coin 1, coin 2, coin 3, and so on and so forth. And we have our start button. So we have start buttons per player. So everyone can select their setup here, their player. So we're gonna set this thing up and throw some coins in and start up a game. Oh, there we go. So we're gonna be pressing the start button per player and just bypass these guys and jump into whatever game we possibly can to get going. Whoa. Okay, these just start buttons. So it takes virtually about what is it, like 4 minutes? 4 minutes so far to be able to start the arcade and be playing a game. That's really fast. It's faster than most laptops turn on to get to a home screen. So that's pretty fast. So I just wanted to show you guys how to jump in and out. So we're in a game. All right, that worked out. So we wanted to show you that and then show you guys how to jump back out. And all you do is press the exit button to shoot back out. And what we do then is we could even step back and use the Xbox 360 remote. If you'd like to, while you're in the game, you could use the Xbox remote. There's no toggling back and forth. What we're going to do is, press exit one more time. And that takes you out of the MAME system. So MAME is going to be the main system that has all of your all the arcade coin operated games. It has a multiple arcade machine emulators. So it has all the arcade games, and all this other stuff is all literally just it's just a bonus. It has a ton of PC games. It has the old school Atari games. So even that, all the old school Atari games, you could just jump into an Atari game, press start, and it shows you each and every game individually. Let's say we want to jump into a Mr. Do. You press start on the control panel, and it starts up. And I have noticed that if you do have issues with the controller sometimes because there's so many programs running at the same time, you could disconnect the battery pack in the back to turn it off, and then plug it back in and turn it back on, so it'll actually work again. So it's one of those deals. We also have a keyboard here. The keyboard has a separate function. The only function this guy has is the volume up and volume down is what we use it for. And it really helps out because it's a lot easier than having to reach around the back and lower the volume. So that's pretty nice. But yeah, so this guy you can either play it with a joystick. You could play the Atari game with the joystick, or you could play it with your controller. So that's kind of cool. They go around and play it. And again, to exit this guy, I'm trying to go through these games pretty quick. But to exit this guy, then you go back and check out any other system. You have just a bunch of games, pinball machine games. You have Mugans, TurboGrafx, Game Boy Color, all this stuff. So even like the Nintendo stuff, you jump into that. I believe you can also play Nintendo games with your with the joystick itself. So not all games are compatible with a joystick. Once you start using analog joysticks like the thumbsticks and D-pads on certain games, they completely require analog system, which is the Xbox 360. But with a regular one, you just need a regular joystick. But with this guy, Nintendo's, I believe, didn't have that, so they just ran with it. So you just press the start button, you start a game up. I think my volume is all the way down. There it is. So you could just got jacked. So you could run back and forth and jump and all that stuff. So I mean it's pretty cool. So anyway, with the Nintendo games, you can still use the joysticks and buttons, which is kind of neat. Same idea. I try to move up and down here with the menu. So what I'm going to do is press this little button in the back of the controller, unplug it, replug it, and then turn it back on. Well, not yet. It's stuck here. Hold on. I just connected it with the batteries out. I'm going to turn it back on, and we'll be able to then control the menu again. So sometimes you got to turn it off and turn it back on after you use it. So same idea. You could use the Xbox 360 remote to jump in and out of games, to play any game, any system. So that's really cool. Everything's been completely configured. There's some systems like PS2 that when you open them up, they don't go to full screen. This one does. There's so many workarounds and upgrades and updates that we've had to do to make it work the way it's supposed to. So anyway, again, to recap, your MAME is the main guy you want to go to try to play all your arcade games. So there's a ton of stuff on there, and we have some lists of 4-player games that are pretty amazing. So if you guys have any questions, let us know, and you guys have a good day. This is Arcade Funkade signing out. Talk to you guys later.